Yes, yes. Come on in. Come on in. AJ in the place. Much love and peace. Yes, great greetings to you, AJ in the place. It's a beautiful day. Yes. Hope you digging the vibe. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. AJ in the place. We're going to talk about it. AJ Live. Can a rapper convince he's not cheating? we're gonna see. We're going to see. You know, because let's just be real. How many rappers you know have been convincing the women that they've been with that they're not cheating? Come on. Time on. Time on. We're going to talk about it, y'all. We're going to talk about relationship compatibility. A lot of you guys on the World Wide Web and in these YouTube streets want to know, how do I know that we're supposed to be together? We're going to talk about it. Now, we're going to do another review, couples court review. Get to it. And here, the episode is entitled, Can a Rapper Convince He Is Not Cheating? So we're going to get into it, and I'll give my thoughts a little later. Let me transition over here. Right. Let's get into it.
This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Body versus Banner. You all have been together for 7 years, is that right?
Yes.
You were recently engaged.
7 years.
Yes.
But you broke it off because you believe he's cheating.
That's right.
Okay, tell us why you're here today.
I'm here today because I want to know if I should truly marry Quentin. I don't believe that he is completely faithful, and I believe that he is untrustworthy at times. And I just really need to know for the better sake of me.
Okay, so let's pause right there. So you've been together for 7 years. You guys were once engaged, right? But you don't know if you can trust him. He is untrustworthy. So you want to know, well, and see, and this is the thing. We're going to look at this relationship dynamic because it's a reason why she's in this relationship. It's a reason. It's a reason why she's trying to find a reason not to leave. You feel what I'm saying? And when we think about relationships, we're all in relationships for a reason. So let's just continue to go down this path of the story because we don't know a lot yet. We don't know a lot. So let's just, this rapper, maybe he'll spit some bars for us today. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind hearing some couples court bars. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get back into it.
And my children, that I should proceed with making an effort to go ahead and marry Quentin.
Look at his
So whether
face.
you're going to make an effort to proceed with him depends on what happens here today.
Yes.
What does your gut feel like?
It's like complicated. I feel like my heart wants to marry him, and then the things, the attributes that he shows me goes against what he says. So
Attributes.
he may say, "Hey, I love you. I want to be there. I want to marry you," but you're not really doing that. If you wanted to marry me, you would have married me, And if you really love me, you wouldn't do the things that you do to me to put me down and to make me feel.
Let's clap it up. So she has her answer already. She has her answer already. But people choose to be in a relationship for a reason. Huh? Yes. People stay in certain situations. You had to hear what she said. She said, I want to stay in. I want to. See, this is the thing. Our desires can be a deep hit. I'm not trying to be funny though. You feel what I'm saying? But sometimes our desires don't connect with what we really need. So hey, sometimes we got to get our desires in check. But let's continue on.
Less of a person.
So you've already put this marriage on pause.
Yes.
So if you should find out he is in fact cheating today, you're done.
Possibly.
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 That's what's eating up at you.
Yes.
Possibly.
It's a heart.
So that's probably a no.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
And as a
I
woman,
know.
I
She
get
ain't
that.
ready.
Where your heart is like, I love you. And your head is
She
like,
loves
why
him.
are you doing that?
Right.
All right, Mr. Banner, you heard what's at stake here. Why
Mm-hmm.
are you here today?
I'm here today because we were supposed to get married, and a week or two before we were actually supposed to do it, she cut off all communication with me.
Okay, so you feel like she left you at the altar.
Basically, that's basically what you did.
But she's now opened this case against you because she's still not trying to get to the altar because she believes you're cheating, right?
Right?
Okay, so my question to you is, how do you feel about all this?
I mean, I feel like you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be like, I want to be with you when I want to be with you, and then when I want to be there,
Ain't that right?
push me away and do all this other stuff.
Now,
Why ain't nobody clapping?
I know women.
Oh,
I'm one
no.
couple. I am one.
Didn't he tell the truth? Didn't he tell the truth? Nobody clap for that. You just can't come around me when you want to come around. So when you want to be with me, you come around. It don't work like that, ladies. If you gonna be down with him, be all the way down. Be all the way down, stomp down. I'm just being real. Like, come on now. You can't leave just every time something gets rough and tough. You can't always. Sometimes you're going to have to work some stuff out. But I'm sure there's more, right? So let's see what's going on.
And women want to be with a man who loves them.
Right.
So, and most women, honestly, have been planning their wedding since they were 3 years old.
Since 3?
Yeah.
You were
yeah.
planning your wedding since 3 years old?
Well, I knew what was coming, so I started planning before then. So no,
You
but
had to jump. You had a
Sure.
good head start on me then.
I
didn't start at
yeah, no, you put on the sweater and act like you're walking down the aisle. Every girl plays wedding.
3. All right, that's good to know.
Note to file.
Note to file.
So
Note to
she's
file.
been playing wedding for a long time. What is it that's happened that made?
And in this show, I have to give it up for these two because they always kick it back and forth. Very respectful. Sometimes they're on the opposite side of the spectrum with each other, but somehow they always come to a respectful way to move forward. This is how we learn how to deal with our relationships. They're actually modeling the behavior that needs to happen between couples if you're paying attention. So, kudos to them. Let me get through this video.
Makes her think she doesn't need to marry you.
She known me to have certain women problems.
Ah.
And it's not like it's a regular thing, but she's smart. Like, she hacks my account and stuff. Like,
All right. So, do you think
Okay,
she's
she's
paranoid
hacking
or is it
accounts.
insecurities? What do you think?
I think it's all that. She be tripping sometimes.
All right, so Ms. Cutler
Look
said
at her.
there's a conflict between your heart and your head. What is it about your heart that's keeping you with him?
I know how he used to be when we first met, and I know the type of family he was brought up in. It's like I feel like sometimes you're trying to be this person that you're not, but in some aspects you taking on that side so much that it's just kind of continuous to play
I don't
out.
think it's
play
been.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what it was like in the beginning. We said when
Yeah.
you first met. Tell me about
Yeah.
that.
Okay, when we first met, it was nice. It was sweet. He didn't give me no issues. We actually met in a skating ring.
Do you skate?
I don't skate that much, but I wanted to learn. He just didn't teach me like that. But
You know, we met in a skating ring.
really?
No, for real.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, basically, what happened was he worked there, and he skated there, and he
Oh,
started
hold
doing
on.
little skates.
Before I continue, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Much love, all my people from Ghana, from the UK. Much love and peace. Hit the like button. Greetings and salutations from Detroit, Michigan. You dig? In the US. But hit the like button.
And doing little tricks and stuff from me and grabbed my hand, and I was like, what is this?
Oh, so
And
you were a
like
smooth
skating.
skater and a smooth talker.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
I try to do a little something.
Look at those. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay, so I gotta tell you this. So I saw him. Well, actually, I was getting ready to fall, and he helped me, kept me from falling. Well, I was such a bad skater that I couldn't even catch up or tell him thanks. But I did get a good look at him, and I thought, And he had on black pants and a black shirt. And so when I met him actually in real life, because that was our meeting at the skating rink, I told him, I said, you got black pants and a black shirt. He said, how do you know that? And I was very specific about whose shirt it was and all that. He said, how do you know that? I said, I know everything. But it was because I saw him at the skating rink.
And she's been telling me she knows everything ever since.
Oh.
So, from your perspective,
How do we meet?
how did you meet?
So I'm working there. I went on my little cigarette break over there. So I'm smoking outside, and this car pulls up under the vestibule, and this girl gets out, little light-skinned, pretty little thing with this long curly hair. I was like, oh my God, Jesus has answered my prayers today. I'm about to go get her right now. I don't need no other girl once I get her. Like, I'm good.
Anyways, now we're here. Now we're here, and as you can see from what he's saying, he's like, oh, she's gonna be the woman for me, this and the third. Okay, but I'm still not. Because you're still with all these other women, and it's frustrating.
But I'm not.
But you are.
Okay, hold on. I haven't heard any evidence yet.
And that's the main thing he uses against me. And it's like, I feel like that's like the ultimate for him.
Cause you always hold stuff over my head, but you've been with somebody too. So how can you keep
I've been
holding
with
stuff over
one
my
person.
head?
I've been
Does
with
that
one
matter?
person.
You still with
I've been
somebody
with one
else.
person on the strength of you doing what you was doing to
You
me.
gonna what?
We was
Hold
on.
on. Hold on. So the rapper is on trial. She was with one person at one time. Okay. So you ain't the lonely widower. A widow. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting for him to come home, you know what I'm saying? You found a little Tyrone, you know what I'm saying, handyman. So, but that's the past, right? But that's still in the mix, as you can see. It's still in the mix.
him. I didn't
Did
hear
you?
nothing about
That's
him.
a lie.
I did.
That's
That's
a
not
lie.
a lie.
All right, so Miss Body, you believe that he's cheating now.
Yes. I believe that he is
They both good looking
still
people though.
intimate with either another female or
So
multiple females. I feel like he is somewhat of a womanizer and he doesn't recognize it in himself.
so
Because
have
he
you
uses
noticed?
women.
Have you noticed that she has made no actual accusations, but well, she's doing a lot of name calling. She's doing a lot of name calling, and name calling is not evidence. So I'm ready to get. Maybe they drawing this out. Maybe they drawing this out. They just getting to know each other. They used to like each other. You know what I'm saying? They used to do the walks on the park. They used to. But then they don't even say when it went sour. She's just focusing so much on these other women, which you may be, but
To get what he wants.
What am I
You use
using?
different women.
What am I using?
What are you using? You use them for their car. You have sex with them. You do different
never had
things.
my own
They
car.
bring you things.
All right,
You have
Miss
a car
Body.
for.
now.
You have
Miss
a car
Body.
for, but
Miss
you
Body.
use them to get what you
Miss
want.
Body, do you have specific evidence that he is in fact cheating?
right.
Yes, I do.
All right, talk to me about that.
Give us the
We were
evidence.
at his mom's house, and what happened was I waited till he fell asleep. I waited till he fell asleep so that I can go through his phone, as he stated, I know his codes and stuff. And I read some of his text messages from different females, some in particular that I wasn't fond about at all.
What kinds of things did these text messages say?
Sexual things. I want to have sex with you, or I want you to please me.
That's what I say?
Mr.
I
Banner,
want you to please
I'm
me.
going to give you a
The
chance.
females will be telling him, oh, I want to do this to you, I want to do this. And he just leading them on like, okay, yeah.
Mr. Banner, you want to talk, now talk. Why are these text messages in your phone?
First of all, just because I get text messages, I don't have to be the one sending the text messages, sending some freaky stuff. That don't have to be
But
me.
you're entertaining.
You don't have to be the person sending them, but you are the person receiving them. So what we
Exactly.
want to know
I'm
is...
guilty.
Moreover, not just receiving them, but responding to them.
Okay, so why
Okay.
are you receiving and responding these text messages from other women who want you to do these things for them? You want to talk. You were interrupting her while she was talking. Now it's your turn to talk. What you got?
So a lot
That's
of times,
funny.
We'll be together like today, and 3 hours from now, she will hate my guts. By Monday, she'd be like, "I love you so much, and I want to work everything out." And da da da. If you say you want to be with me, you want to be with me. Like I don't
So
know.
you keeping out.
Okay, so he keeps on. See, pay attention. Pay attention to the themes in this conversation. She has been having a lot of. They've been having a lot of conversations, and it seems like they talked about this a lot. But he's saying like, there's times where you say, "Let's just work it out, baby. Let's just work it out, baby. Yeah, let's just work it out." You feel what I'm saying? And then you switch up. And what he's saying is, you're saying, if you don't want to be with me, just don't be with me. But we have to move forward. That's what he's saying. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if we're going to be together, yeah, let's work it out. But this is, to be honest with you, this is not the place to work out your relationship situation. Yes, I mean, and if you wanted to be with a man that no woman was around, see, but that's the problem. Your desires. You want him. You want him, and other women want him too. That's just real. So, but this is just an interesting. Like, I'm hearing both sides of the conversation. So, and it's just kind of like, this is entertainment, but however, you know, this is not how you work out relationship situations. You don't blast your situation on national television to put yourself, to measure the truth and the lie by a polygram machine, which is inaccurate to say the least. So
You are like, well, she don't want me now, so who else want me?
Exactly.
And then, I don't need you now because she got me back. You keeping your options open.
He's so disrespectful that he showed me a video of a female seductively dancing for him. And I said, what are you getting out of this? Like, why are you showing me this? I feel like he wants me to be this certain type of sexual person that I don't always want to be.
And you have this belief that he's cheating because of the text messages.
Okay, so now we're getting to the meat of something. I know we're going a little slow in this, but I think it's important that we slow down. So now we're thinking about sexuality. Sexuality in the differences in sexual desire, sexual appetite, and these are real things that just don't go away. So and there's situations that need to be dealt with on both sides, not just his side. Come on now. It's not just about him keeping it in his pants. You feel what I'm saying? Come on now. So y'all got to be on the same page when it comes to that, or at least have an understanding. It's about having an understanding. And and a lot of times we come into situations with different expectations. That determines compatibility, y'all. It's just not about that warm tingle that you feel. It's not just about that. It's just not about that you able to have fun with them. It's just not about that. Compatibility is about, do your expectations, are your expectations similar? Do they have commonality? Not only, and especially if y'all gonna be together, can we grow something together? This sex stuff, in the long run, well, some of y'all just need to keep it in your pants, until you get ready.
because of the video.
Yes, that's why I think he's cheating. It's not only that, it's because of the way that he puts me down in certain ways. And it made me feel like I wasn't worthy of anything. So I found myself trying to do things to please him, even different sexual activities and I would be like, he'll ask me, "Oh, do you like it?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I'm so afraid of losing him. But then I sit here like, he should be freaking afraid of losing me, because there's so many different people out here that want to be with me. And he's like, sometimes when I tell him that, he's like, "Oh, so this only because that guy want to have sex with you and this and that and the third." So he makes me feel like I'm not smart. He makes me feel incapable of doing things.
But don't you always come back and tell me something always happens?
All right. Okay. I done heard this before, y'all. I done heard this before. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I've heard this before. Being a little disclosure in my own relationship. Going on married 16 years. You feel what I'm saying? Congratulations to us. You feel what I'm saying? But I've heard this before. And this is the thing. So this is the thing about, this is a miscommunication right here. And I can see this being a miscommunication in young couples. You have an assertive man here, and all men um who have all men who have really taken ownership of themselves and taken upon a responsibility of the family is he wants to be in charge. He wants to be in charge. And to a certain degree, the woman that's with him has to respect the man that they choose to be with. Not being in competition. Sometimes the miscommunication can come off as competitive because he may come off as aggressive. You're taking it offense because of his energy, right? You feel what I'm saying? But his energy is meant to be in the front and to lead. And see, but the thing is, it's important for the woman to actually respect the man that she's with. So the thing is, so if you feel like, and see, and I'm not saying that a man shouldn't, I'm not saying that a man should talk down to the woman, but at the same time, I think that men need to learn how to communicate with their women. We need to learn how to communicate. So, because this is not about us being aggressive towards the woman. A lot of us come off way more brash, and we come off very tactless. And we really need really need some game about you. Now I'm being serious. You really need some game about you to know how to communicate, so you don't come across this way. But also, there are women that are kind of seeing that they're in competition with their man when it comes to leadership or wanting to being over, and I have to be honest with you. When you have a man in your presence, and that's what I'm saying. There's so many families and there's so many people that have not been able to have a man in their presence. You feel what I'm saying? So it's uncomfortable. It's different from having a woman around. So me personally, I think this is a misunderstanding. Because I've heard this in my own relationship. I've heard this in other relationships. And I think that it may come across like this. I mean, I can't defend him cheating, but I can defend possibly him, us as men, how our communication can be way off. So I think we need to take responsibility for that, but understanding the differences between us.
See, and then I always gotta come to your rescue for somebody trying to mess with you or something.
But you don't really rescue me.
I don't.
All right.
But you always come to me.
Uh-oh.
I'm always there
I
for
come
you.
to you because I expect you to be that person for me.
And I am there every
But
time.
you're not there
I'm
for
there
me.
every time
No,
for
you're not.
you.
No, you're not.
Bro, who has
All right. Okay. So you already see right there. He thinks that he's there. She's saying that he's not. So that means that they're talking about two different things. Even though he feels like he was genuinely there, and she genuinely feeling. Fellas, you got to understand this. You got to deal with the emotions of women. You feel what I'm saying? Like, fellas, there is no logic when we dealing with feelings. This is about where a person is, and so when we're dealing with feelings, you can't argue somebody's feelings. You can't argue somebody's feelings. All you can do is acknowledge them. Let's go.
Miss Bonnie and Mr.
Me.
We're
Bam.
both in an accident. What are you supposed to do?
And that
All
in
right,
that
so to help
conversation,
get to the
they're
bottom of
gonna get
this, the
nowhere with
court has
that.
engaged the services of licensed private investigator Eric Eccles. Ron, would you please show Mr.
Let's
Eccles into
go.
the courtroom?
Let's go. Let's go.
Mr. Eccles, how are you today?
How you doing, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Eccles, can you explain the investigative technique that you used in this case?
On this particular case, I did what's called covert surveillance. Mr. Banner did not know
Covert
that he was being
surveillance.
followed. And as you can see, I followed him here from his job to his home location, and I followed him for a few days. Now, it gets a little exciting now.
Oh, okay.
Day one at 7:40 p.m., while he was under surveillance, a white vehicle with a female driver backs into his driveway and sits there for a few minutes. And Mr. Banner came out, sat in the vehicle, and they talked for a few minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes. He exited the vehicle, and then the lady drove off.
Did you see what was going on in the vehicle?
No, at that time, I did not.
Okay.
On day two, about 5:10, when he got off work, he was again followed. He came back to his job location. He was picked up by another female in another vehicle, and surveillance was maintained, and I followed him the rest of the day.
Two different women.
Two different women, two different vehicles on 2 different days. Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Body, what's going through your mind right now?
One, I thought she was catching the train and the bus to work every day. And then clearly I could see those are 2 different cars. And again, these are all females. Like he used them to get what he wanted. I don't know what the freak he doing with them, even if it's just for a ride. These are stuff that you are doing with them. So it don't matter to me what he say at this point no more. Like I'm just getting frustrated and irritated.
Mr. Banner.
So what's the point of
who was
coming
this
here?
The woman in the white car, she knows. It's my play sister. It's 2 of them. Well, I call her my twin.
Did he say play sister?
The second one was the Uber driver who picked me up. That was no female to come
Did you
pick
get
me
in the
up.
front seat or the back
The
seat?
back seat. I didn't get in the front seat.
We're looking at the tape.
Yo, fellas. Play sister? My play sister? Come on. She didn't let you get away with too much. Yo, places. See, I ain't gonna front, man. You may be taking advantage of a good woman, man. It seems like you taking advantage. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna have to tighten up a little bit, man. You feel what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just get a whole bunch of play sisters. Play sisters? My play sister? Come on, man. How old are you? How old are you? Play sister.
It's a little sketchy, but in the tape, you can see he walks around to the side of the vehicle, and you see him getting in. And then the car drives off.
It does appear he got in the back seat on that one. And I'm looking at his head. It looks like it's behind the headrest.
It seemed like he just
So
trying to
you
make
used
the play to
Forest
me.
Service.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
He
So,
just
Mr.
trying to make
Banner,
things
I
happen.
have one question for you. Have you been cheating?
No.
All right. To further get to the bottom of this, the court ordered a forensic voice analysis, and our analyst submitted the results to the court.
Before we read these results, I'm going to give you a chance to tell your story. Don't make me tell your story from here. If there's something negative that you need to share, this is your time to come clean.
Come on, let's go. Come on, buddy boy.
In the time that we been off, I know I was with other women. And I can honestly tell you that I'm not proud of the decisions that I made, but when you keep going back and forth, it's hard to deal with that. Just like you have a problem mentally, emotionally, I'm mentally, emotionally, physically attached to you. So when you break away from me, it do something to me, and it makes me go elsewhere because I'm looking for what I lost, and I know my actions ain't right all the time.
This is probably the most communication that they probably had in the whole relationship. Even though he keeps on saying the same thing, but I don't think she had kind of listened. I mean, because let's just be honest, you can't keep on dumping somebody and then coming back. That's not going to continue to, like, you can't say that you want to end it and keep on coming back. Nah, like, and I don't care who you are. That's not cool. And you know, when you keep on doing that, you're subjecting your relationship to these strays when you do that. So stop playing. Men or women, stop playing with your relationship. If you're gonna be together and deal with the issues. But all this back and forth, you know what I'm saying? So now they're gonna have to decide, are they gonna continue on? See, but he's not gonna want to continue to hear because he's heard this before. Just like she heard her stuff, he's heard this before, that she's gonna work it out and move forward. But the stuff is just not gonna happen overnight, and you having a bigger fine-tooth comb to try to go through his phone is not gonna make it better. You're gonna have to put in the work as well. You're gonna have to put in the work in the relationship. So compatibility is about what you want it to be. But you gotta set your lines. And you have to know your desires. Sometimes your desires is not what you really need. Sometimes your desires is not what you really need. So, you feel what I'm saying? And you gonna have to sit with that decision, sis. You can't just keep on coming back. Dudes are not just waiting around for you to decide to come back when you decide you just want to end it. No, that's not how that works. You put your relationship out in the cold and at risk when you do that. On either side. Stay together, y'all. If y'all gonna stay together, stay together. If y'all not, move on.
But I know I've been with other women.
How many times, Mr. Banner?
I couldn't tell you.
3, 5, 10, 20?
I couldn't tell you.
But you know what? This is the first time I felt you told the truth.
I think
And
they
I'm
should
looking
stay
at this
together.
body. She don't like what you told her, but I think you appreciate the truth, don't you? How do you feel?
I don't know. I just can't trust him. So it's like
Okay, well, then you gotta move
I want to
on.
hop back into something so quick and just be everything he need me to be. But it's like that other side of me is like betrayal. It's like I don't know how to come from that.
Let me say this to you. You clearly love each other. You can't run and put him out, or you run from her every time you get sideways with each other.
So listen. And seeing it, this is the problem that she's going to continue to have in relationships. It's not just gonna be with him. Because the thing is, reconciliation is a part of relationships. It's a part of a community. It's a part of family. It's a part of learning how to reconcile, make things right, and repair. You feel what I'm saying? However, you know, I mean, I think she got to take in consideration all the times that she wanted to end the relationship. No, and I think I don't know if she's taking responsibility for that, for giving up on the relationship before the relationship was up, when you were supposed to be working on it. And she's saying that I, I just can't. I just can't move forward. So, but this is what you wanted, though. I'm sure it's somebody that that nobody wants will stay in your house all day. But you don't want him though. So, you know what I'm saying? Handsome young man. I think they need to learn some skills and communication, but it seems like they have a genuine connection with each other. We're just gonna end and stop it on this note. And I mean, relationship compatibility, you have to look at all aspects. You can't just look at, what's your zodiac sign? What's your favorite color? But it goes beyond just, the external things that we may look at, but we have to really look at our expectations. What are the expectations that we go into relationships having? And are we really having those conversations before we're just giving up all the goodies? A lot of us are not expecting to actually have emotional connection with the people, especially guys. Some people are guys are only going out there to have sex and not really out there to have a real genuine connection or a long-term relationship. So you're going to have to factor that in, ladies. But however, expectations you have to look at that this is how we determine compatibility. And let's just be honest, like, yeah, you want the tall, good-looking guy, but then let's just be real. You get him, and then you see your competition. And then not only that, y'all have two different, y'all seem like they had two different lifestyles. I don't think this was a rapper, but however, it did catch my attention. It's 3 episodes on there, but we only gonna go through this. But this is a young couple. A lot of couples do not survive this page because of all of these confusing things of getting over a sense of portrayal. Or let's just be honest, the relationship should have ran its course, because it was only for a certain season. But yo, AJ, get in the play. Yeah. Much love and peace. And I just pray for this couple, Oh, just help them, Lord. Yes, help them. Help on the journey. Yes, Lord. Yeah. Help them. Yo, I appreciate everybody that came in to check out this video. Definitely, if you want fresh coffee delivered to your doorstep, go to newdaycoffee313.com. All right. I drink coffee around here. I don't have one with me. Look at my little girl right here. Isn't she looking good? Look at her. She's looking good. Definitely put in the comments anything you want me to review. Getting used to being in these YouTube streets. But I really appreciate y'all. Ghana in the place. The UK in the place. Hey. Much love and peace.